Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review in Summoners War. Today we have a special account. This account is really stacked, but it's only stacked in one way. I really want to give this account a thorough review and tell this account owner in what ways he could improve, because this account has so much potential just from its box. But that's the thing, it's only the box. Rune wise, it's really lacking. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. Hope that with the advice that I give this account, with the review, the account owner knows what to improve on and start using this 22,000 energy. So King Ored is an account that's max F3 in regular arena, F3 in World Arena. I'm very thankful that he is actually doing 12 normal and hard, because it is probably the one place where he could get a lot of resources, although it is not important for him to be getting it from there, because he likes to spend on the game, and we will see that through the box. He is doing all the dungeons, but I am trying to push him and get a trick routine, because his runs are really slow. This is 1 minute 55 seconds for DB12. However, when I ran it, the average was a 2 minute 40 second run. GB12, I didn't run this team, so I'm not exactly sure, but even this 1 minute 30 second is probably the best record that he ever got, and overall the average isn't that fast. MB12 can't beat any fast either, 2 minutes, and Steel Fortress, Punisher Crypts aren't even all done. Well, Steel Fortress is, but Punisher Crypt isn't. He's going to have a lot of issues going through 22,000 energy. He told me that he's a person that does not have a lot of time to play the game. He doesn't have a lot of time to farm, and he really values his weekends, because that's actually when he could enjoy the game. But because his time is so limited, I do believe getting a fast team is really important. Right now his crystal count is really low. He is a big summoner, and he's probably used all his crystals there. But at this point, if he really wants to improve in the game, he should be farming, and if he gets any more crystals, he should be using it for farming. Yes, you could obviously still buy the packs for summons, but the extra crystals that you get from that, it should all solely go into farming. So let's take a look at the box, and you guys will know what I mean. So let's take a look at the box, because this is where you're gonna know that he has a very good box. So even just from the storage, you can see that he has like a Chun-Li that's not built, that he's not using, and we'll know that through the runes, because his swift runes are really slow. He has all of these LD nat 4s that he's not building, and if you look at here, he has a lot of water nat 5s, not a lot in the fire department, but in the wind department another good amount. He has a Chung Pang, he has a Tiana, and then he also has the Galleon that you guys saw. He has a Leo, he has Peng Beck that's not built. Look at all these nat 5s that are not built right now. So you could tell that he's a big summoner, and he's gotten a lot of new nat 5s that he currently can't use, because the original PvE progression is not there for him to be making all these new 6 stars. And PvE progression or PvP progression, whatever you want to call it, but what I mean by that is just farming runes. That's where you get most of your rainbow mons, the ingredients to get a 4-star rainbow mon, so on and so forth. If you look at his trophies, he has a Volantis, he has a Kinky. Well, maybe it's not really a trophy anymore, because Kinky got a lot weaker than it did before. A lot of nerfs came in, so he is not the OP nat 4 out there. However, he's still a very good unit in AD. AD and siege defense in general. He has the Van Cleef, he has the Beelzebub, he has the Nikki, he has the Cadiz. Well, that's all he has. And from that's already a lot, right? That's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 LD nat 5s, and then a whole lot of other regular nat 5s. So the account itself is very stacked with nat 5s. These are fun nat 5s to play with. Some are actually pretty good in RTA too. Especially if you don't have a lot of time to play the game, I think RTA is a good place where you could enjoy the game if you do not get tilted from the Valen procs. But Right now, even without the Violent procs, he is in trouble due to the fact that his rune quality is so low. Now let's take a look at the runes. So if we go to runes and look at the Swift runes and speed, you'll see that his fastest for slot 1, 17, then 16, and then 14 on slot 3, 18 slot 4, 18 slot 5, and then a 28 on slot 6. So this is the one saving grace in his runes, in his Swift runes, but other than that, everything is pretty bad, or just bad. I'll just say it's just bad. His Violent runes, slot 1, 20, and then 16, slot 3 at 18, slot 4 at 24. So there's these pretty good runes here that just needs grinds. 25 here, if he gets a +4, 26, 20 here again, so another 24. Okay, and then the lastly slot 5 is 21, so another 25 right there. So overall, his Violent runes look a lot better than his Swift runes, but there are no grinds, so it tells me that this account does not have a BGR5 team or a regular R5 team. Solo R5, like, no way. So there's still a lot of things that he needs to improve on there, just make the team and get it to work. Because these small grinds, even if they're blue grinds, really helps out in improving your account. But just from this, it looks like he was a Violent farmer rather than a Swift farmer. Will runes, slot 1 is 16, slot 3 16, slot 4 12, 18, and 16. So you guys all see there the rune quality overall, C1 account, I would say, does not have a BGR5 team or raid team in general, so that's a problem. So he needs to get working on that. But right now, he just does not have a lot of mana in general. And even for the Trick Row team, I looked at his guard runes, his defense percents, and it looks like they're all like +9 or not powered up at all. So we have to get a lot of mana for him to be powering up these runes, and I hope that he gets started working on that. I'll just farm the artifact dungeons and then try to get the artifacts, those base stats for the Trickery, and then with those mana, power up your Trickery runes and then get the Trickery running, because updating the dragon runs from a 2-minute 40 run to a 1-minute run is really huge, especially when you have so much mana and you have so little time. Arena defense, there's just so many things that he could do. Right now he's showing off his LD toys and getting some defense wins. That's great, but this is only F2, and if he wants to actually get a new score, there's multiple things that he could do. Right now I'm gonna advise a tanky defense just by the fact that he does not have fast Swift runes. We just saw it all together. Like this could be a thing, and I did see that he have a Cardinal, right? Really hard to find units here because they're not sorted or anything, but I believed he had a Cardinal or Kinky here. Yeah, so he does have the Cardinal, so I will build the Cardinal and go with something like this. You could even take this out and put something else like the Triana. This will be a good defense. The one downside is that you have to re-rune the Volantis on a Swift set, because you do want this to go fast, and then you want the Slayer to go because it's the strip provoke, and then the Cardinal goes for the control, and then these two are the annoying factors of this defense. Even if you get outsped, there's a chance of resistance from the Triana. If you want to make this more annoying, you could even put in the Abelio that you just pulled, but you have to be skilling these up and powering these up and making them 6 stars. This will take a good amount of time. Arena offense, one thing I recommended was this team. I made this team because I run it, but instead of the Charlotte that we're using right now, because it's built, you would replace this with the Peng Bag, because that's just super duper strong. The one downside of this team is that because they're going first turn and they're being speed tuned to this Tiana that I re-runed, you do have to get them at a minimum speed so that they do not get cut and everybody moves. So this will be the example team. Another one that I would run if you build everything will probably be with the Leo. Yeah, so it will be a team like this, but in place of one of these damage dealer, it will be a Delphoy, and then you could use it as a second turn team. Probably one of the easiest teams to rune and really effective against a lot of good arena defenses out there that are still being used heavily. I would first focus on farming, and I think GB12 is definitely a very good place to start because your Swift runes are really lacking. A lot of units that you have really shine on Swift or Despair, so those 2 runes that GB12 gives you will really improve your account. If you want to do better in GB12, I would make the double Melia team, because I did see this I did see the Sat, I did see the Tattoo, I saw one Melia, I saw the Lucian. The other Melia you could replace it with the Rika for now. But Rika does work, but I think I would put her on a violent set just so that she gets her skill 3 up more often. Make the trickery team. Trickery is really important, making your 240 runs into a 1 minute run for MB12, DB12, and your Punisher Crypt that you currently cannot even do floor 10. So I'll make that team and make sure you get those 3 dungeons running. Finally, I would do your R5, BGR5 or R3. Start with whatever you have, but make the Bale, because by making Bale, making the team, you will start getting those grinds and improving all the runes that you have that are nice. Because you do have some usable runes, and those runes are a keeper. You want to make sure that those runes are powered up and grinded to their max potential, and then move on to whatever next rune that you pull from all your runs. By doing that, you will overall improve, and after that, there's still a lot to go on, because you have to make your arena defense, you have to make your arena offense. There's so many things that you want to improve on, and your account has the units for it, so it's just you building them, making them 6 stars, maxing them out, skilling them up, and getting their runes for them, drafting the team, and then using them in the right conditions to get your new record. So that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything else that you guys want to say to this account owner, please put a comment below. If you don't agree with my recommendations, please also put a comment below and let the account owner know, because he'll probably take any recommendations. But overall, I really like the account. The box is insane, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.